views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio. Psychic answers and spiritual solutions with psychic visionary and vibrational healers Carol Dorian and Justice Welling, where you can call in and ask about your chakras, aura, and spiritual DNA. Tune in and discover the energy that is contradictive to your path of wholeness. Get ready to meet the most important person in your life, you.
Well, hello, everybody. It's so awesome to be here today. And today we're going to be talking about manifesting. And yes, we've discussed manifesting before, but we're discussing it on a different level. We're going to be talking about why are we not manifesting. So for those of you who are listening in today, if you have questions about why am I not manifesting my job that I've been desiring? Why am I not manifesting the relationship I've been desiring? Why am I not manifesting my weight loss? Why am I not manifesting? And the list goes on and on. Whatever it is that you would like to know about, if you have questions about an area in your life that you feel blocked in, something that you've been working on, applying the rules of how manifesting works, applying the proper vibrational frequencies and wondering, what's going on here? I've been working toward these goals for so long. Why am I not getting to what it is that I've been preparing for, dreaming of, manifesting? Why am I not manifesting my dreams? If this sounds like something that you're going through and you want to call in and talk about it, call us up at 1-800-930-2819. 1-800-930-2819. If you would like to call after the show, feel free to do so at 312-898-2285, 312-898-2285, or log on to our site, spirituald.com. For everybody who is listening today, the complimentary offer after the show, whether you call after the show, which most of my callers do, I usually get calls afterwards, people saying I didn't want to talk about what I'm going through on the air, and I totally respect that. But whether you call in after the show or during the show, in response to the show, I would love to offer you a complimentary spiritual diagnostic session of your choice. And this will uncover if there's something that's blocking your aura, blocking your energy field, and actually keeping your manifesting abilities on pause. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about what it is that stops us from manifesting. And I've heard it hundreds of times. I've heard, I've done everything, and it's just not manifesting. This is what I'd like to start out by saying. You are always manifesting. The law of attraction works without fail. The key is to discover and to identify what portion of yourself are you manifesting from. And so when I say what portion of yourself are you manifesting from, keep in mind we have so many portions of self. We have so many aspects of self. And sometimes one aspect can be so much louder than the aspect that we're actually applying. And that aspect could be a wounded aspect of the past, a defeated aspect. And basically, if I were to break it up into three aspects, it would be past, present, and future. aspects. The past aspect that blocks us from manifesting would be false and wounded. And the present aspects that could block us from manifesting would be temporary conditional. So let's take temporary conditional. That means that when you are responding in the temporary portions of your situation, the temporary aspects, meaning your living situation is temporary, your job situation is temporary, you feel the relationship that you are in is temporary. So when you're in that temporary response and things don't feel certain, even though you're thinking very positively or you are trying really hard to send out the right vibration, if you are locked into only being able to feel and respond from the temporary, it's very hard for you to set forward what you would like to receive and believe can actually be permanent. And then there is the future response that can stop us from manifesting, which is, if I can only get here, then I can get there. And why does that stop us too? It's that if I can just do it. And the truth is, you absolutely can do it. But when you put that, and again, it's kind of very similar to the present one, the conditional, the temporary conditional. When you put that conditional with a little bit of doubt as a twist, if I can, it sends out a vibration that I may not. And is that realistic? I mean, I've had somebody ask me, I've had people literally ask me this more than once. Isn't it realistic to believe that some things in life just will not happen for some people? I mean, isn't it realistic to believe some people will not have a certain person in their life or reach a certain financial level? And my question to that is, no, it's not realistic. The realistic is what you perceive and what you receive versus what you've been through and what it is that you have received. So again, for those of you who are listening in, if you'd like to call in and talk about what it is that you'd like to manifest and what it is that you feel that you're not manifesting, you have questions as to why this is happening or not happening, call us up at 1-800-930-2819 or give us a call after the show, 312-898-2285. That's 312-898-2285, or log on to our site, spiritualbeats.com. So going back to what I was saying, we are always manifesting. But what portion of ourselves and what state of mind are we manifesting from? Are we manifesting from what it is that we want, or are we manifesting from what it is that we fear? So there's a lot at work when you think about manifesting. Sometimes it's so simple and not that simple at all. But once you discover that place of where you're manifesting from, you can absolutely tap into the place that you desire to manifest from. So there's so many people that have talked to me about their dreams that they're trying to manifest are just not taking place for them. And yours may not be manifesting. You might be putting out all that you can. And there's always a reason that your dream isn't manifesting. And sometimes you really can't place your finger on it because you feel you're working it from every angle. So you may be applying the law of attraction incorrectly and manifesting things that you don't want. And how does that happen? How do we manifest what it is that we absolutely do not want? That's when we are manifesting from fear. You may be focusing on your current reality. That's what I talked about a little earlier, the temporary conditional. So if you are focusing on your current reality and what you do not have, that is stopping the flow of the positive energy toward your dream. And that's where you're only attracting more and not more of what you do not have, and you're attracting more not having. So that brings the question about, well, how do I stop focusing on my current reality? I live my current reality every day. And it's very fair and very reasonable to feel that way. But in the way that you're manifesting, if you're manifesting, I would like to live in a different place than the one I'm in now. I really don't like it here. That is another way of focusing on the current reality. Some of you might be listening and saying, but I'm not doing it that way at all. I'm seeing it. Some of you have a board, a chart on your wall, and you've actually put up pictures of what it is that you want. And you say, this is the way I'm doing it. I'm looking at what it is that I want. But sometimes what happens is that you actually, even though you're looking at what it is that you want, you may have it so locked into your aura, the response of disappointment, that you do not know how to override it. And we are going to touch on what causes that as soon as we come back from this short break.
Miss any shows during the week? Don't worry, we've got you covered. With the free Transformation Talk radio app, you'll have access to all of the past week's shows in the palm of your hand. Tune in to Transformation Talk Radio anywhere you go with our free app for any of your devices. Check out our app in the App Store and Google Play Store today.
Known for his keen sense of humor, contagious smile, and extensive esoteric wisdom, EJ translates deep spiritual wisdom into practical advice to empower you to live your happiest, most fulfilled experience. Mystic Living Radio, Deep Spiritual Wisdom, Practical Advice with EJ, Eliyahu Jihan. This hit show delivers profound experiences for all who want to live life to their deepest desires. Tune in monthly for Mystic Living Radio. Learn more by visiting vitaltransformation.org.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Steffen each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Gain powerful insight and practical tools to support you on your spiritual journey. Access your higher self and tune in every second and fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific to A Life Untethered with Andrew Martin and now co-host Jeremy Nudell, Walking the Path of Freedom. Andrew is a highly attuned, intuitive oracle, energy worker, spiritual teacher, and international radio host. For more about Andrew and his services, visit andrewmartin.energy. Do you want to heal your body and mind? Your body has a lot to tell you if you just learn to listen to your intuition. Audrey Michelle, host of Rewired Life Radio, can help you peel away the layers that are holding you back from living your best life. Tune in to Rewired Life Radio. Learn to love, heal, celebrate on Transformation Talk Radio every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Connect with Audrey at audreymichelle.com.
Be you plus live your purpose equals joy. That's the motto of Unstuck Joy with Vicki Todd. Vicki believes you were born with gifts that are meant to make the world brighter. Each show will feature an art visioning journal prompt to help you create your way to soul clarity. If you're ready to get unstuck and create more joy, this show is for you. Tune in every month on Transformation Talk Radio. For more information, visit VickiWorldArt.com.
And we are back talking about manifesting and what it is that blocks us from manifesting our dreams. Before our break, we talked about focusing on your current reality. And the fact that it's so difficult not to focus on the current reality because you are in fact living in your current reality. But sometimes that becomes so locked into the aura, and we wonder, well, how does it not get locked into the aura? Because I'm experiencing it every day. Experiencing it and focusing in on it, are one and the same but a little different. So even though this is what you're experiencing, if you are tuned in to how much you cannot stand, intentionally tuned in to how much you cannot stand where things are at right now, it's definitely going to keep drawing that in. So what needs to happen? How do we move forward from that? What needs to happen is that we find that space and that place, that portion of the aura that is holding the energy of that current reality. We start to dissipate it by applying the meditative practices that touch it and release it. Does that mean that you're never going to look around and not be focused on what's happening right now? Absolutely not. You're going to feel it. You're going to understand that that's what's happening. However, you're going to be so in touch with what it is that you want to happen and what it is that you know you can have happen in your life that you're going to be moving through your current situation versus feeling stuck in it, like there's glue at the bottom of your shoes holding you down in one place. And yes, that is possible. Some of you might be thinking, so just by meditating a little, I can break that. Well, it's more than just meditating a little. It's finding that inward portion of yourself that functions at the highest delivering frequency. Each and every one of us have it. And it is louder than your current reality. It is louder than your past experiences. And it is louder than your fears, louder than any type of spiritual, emotional, or physical distress. But in order for it to become, it is louder. It is louder than all of these. But in order for it to become evident that it's louder, we've got to turn up the volume on it. And how we do that is by tapping into it. It has the highest volume frequency once it is touched, because it is the true portion of you. So there are those of you who may be passing your time with friends speaking about how bad things are or how slowly things are progressing or not progressing. And again, this is stopping the flow of any positive energy toward your dreams. It's only attracting more bad things, more slow progress, more stagnant and stale energy. It's keeping you in the unwanted energy. So have you ever heard people talking about, I'm doing everything right and nothing is changing for me? They are more focused on the fact that things are not shifting regardless of what they're doing than they are actually focused on what they're doing. So once you become more focused on your efforts and what it is that you're doing, it sends a natural frequency to that highest portion of yourself that says, I'm doing this and it's going to work. Not, I'm doing this and it's not working. So let's say you've been working on it for a month, a week, a year, and you're saying, how come it hasn't reached the highest frequency of myself? Again, that's because you have to separate the focus on the current reality. And that's deep, and there's a lot to it, I could actually do a whole show on it. So I can't discuss on this show absolutely all of the methods that are used in order to diffuse that focus on the current reality. But there are definitely meditative practices, and there's definitely spiritual work that I can aid you and assist you in to help you reach that point. And not just myself. There are so many light workers who do that type of work to help connect you to that portion of yourself. So if you have any questions and you would like to share your experiences, or you'd like some insight and information, and you'd like to call in during the show, feel free to do so. If you'd like to call in after the show and receive your one-on-one consultation, complimentary, to discover what it is that your frequency is tuned into the most and what it is that needs to be diffused, removed, toned down, turned off for you to manifest, feel free to give me a call after the show at 312-898-2285, 312-898-2285. So let's talk about your likely belief system. Well, not yours personally, but likely belief systems all over the place for many people that actually stop manifesting. They stop the ability, the innate ability that you have within yourself to reach your goals and to reach your dreams. So they are belief systems, but they're not just any beliefs. So it's your beliefs that are about your abilities and your dreams, your beliefs about how easily you can manifest, and your beliefs about your ability to change your belief system. This is what comes in very strongly into, will you reach what it is that you want? And will you get there in a month, in a year, in this lifetime? This is the stuff. So you have to change certain beliefs. You have to change these beliefs in order to successfully manifest. And examples of these beliefs include, I can't create my reality. It's too difficult to change my belief. It's difficult to create my reality. I don't know what is blocking me. It's hard to find my subconscious belief. The law of attraction is hard. It isn't safe to create what I want. That is a huge one. And I'm going to go back and touch on certain ones that we've talked about, but it isn't safe to create what I want is a huge one. I'm not ready to change my belief. I don't deserve to have any of my dreams come true. That's a huge one too, because sometimes we are not even aware that that's what we're actually feeling. I am broken. I have too many issues to fix. There's something wrong with me. I'm not ready to create my reality. Now, that's a huge one, but for some people, it's true. And is there anything wrong with not being ready to create your reality? Absolutely not. Some people are not ready to create it, but it's time to get ready. For those of you who are not ready, it is time to get ready. Then there's, I'm worried about what people will think about me if I manifest my dreams. And I have actually heard that one a lot. It's hard to feel better. It's difficult to know what to do. I can't follow the law of attraction. My beliefs are too ingrained to change. It's been too long. It's too late. So these are many, not all the examples, but many examples of these beliefs that become stored in the aura. And throughout the shows, you will hear me talk a lot about what has become stored in the aura. Through most of the shows, we touch on that, because everything that you experience, good, bad, happy, sad, every portion of your life is experienced and sent into your aura. Sometimes the aura can release the residuals of the unwanted experience, holding on to the lesson, but releasing the residuals of the pain after the lesson is absorbed. And sometimes the aura cannot do that. If we've had to repeat too many cycles regarding the same issues in life, it becomes embedded into the aura. And that's where these belief systems become embedded. So let's talk about how does that work. If my mind is thinking in a positive nature, how can these belief systems remain embedded when my mind is thinking positively? And I'd like to tell everyone that your aura and your mind, even though they work together, they are not one. That is a huge misconception, that the aura and the mind are one, and that the aura is definitely going to obey the mind, or the mind is definitely going to obey the aura. It doesn't work that way at all. Each one has to be addressed. The vibrational frequencies that are stored in the aura can actually override the positive thought processes that we are having in our mind, and vice versa. That's why it's so important to get these two in sync. And through getting them in sync, lining them up together, you can absolutely manifest the desires of your heart, the purpose and the destiny of your soul, what it is that you want to have, where it is that you want to be, who it is that you want to be with, what it is that you want to see, the levels in life that you desire to reach, the lives that you want to touch. Yes, it is all very possible, very doable, and very likely. It's inevitable once you get the mind and the aura in one accord. They're not, even though they're both a part of you, they're not always agreeing with the same endeavor. We're going to touch, when we come back after this short break, on more about these beliefs that become stored in the aura. We will be right back.
The goal for the Art of Powerful Living Radio is to inspire every human to live lives that are rich, fulfilling, on purpose, and fun. This hit show with Robert Schoenfeld is a fresh approach to boldly living our lives with creativity, courage, patience, wisdom, love, and power. Join Robert every month with Dr. Pat Basile for the Art of Powerful Living Radio.
Are you searching? Looking for a sign? A message you need to hear? From the great unknown, from the most mysterious place that is the most familiar to your soul in the depths of who you are. The universe put someone here to talk to, someone God gave a blessing to, that you may find insight with. TheAngelLady.net, 1-800-323-1790.
Gifted intuitive healer and spiritual teacher Sarah Luce brings her unique style to the hit show Small Steps, Big Breakthrough Radio on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Tune in each month as Sarah turns reality on end and shows us how to experience expansive results with simple yet powerful steps. Expect an enlightening bend on what you currently believe is possible. For show details and upcoming topics, visit SarahLuce.com. That's SarahLoos.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days, because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do, for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
The Truth is Funny. Shift Happens with Colette Marie Steffen is excited to welcome Karen Benton as a monthly guest host. Tune in on the third Wednesday of each month at 8 a.m. Pacific Time to regain confidence and trust in your capacity to create change in your life, your health, your family, and your well-being. Karen Benton is a mother, nurse practitioner, certified body talk practitioner, Franklin Method instructor, and owner of Limitless Living LLC. For more information about Karen, visit KarenBenton.com.
Tune in to the Psychic Professors Show, The Voices of Spirit Radio, with international medium and spirit artist Dr. Susan Barnes on Transformation Talk Radio, featuring a variety of spiritual topics such as psychic art, spiritualism, EVP, psychic development, and mediumship. This hit call-in show provides listeners with breakthrough wisdom to enliven and enlighten their lives. Visit spiritartgallery.net.
Tune in each Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio.
And we are back talking about manifesting. We're talking about it from a different aspect. What is it that's stopping us from manifesting our goals, our dreams, touching what we want and receiving it? What is stopping that? You know, before we went to break, we were discussing examples of belief systems that need to be changed. And a huge one, there's several huge ones, but there are a few here that I really wanted to revisit. And it isn't safe to create what I want. That is an enormously huge one. You know, I have done a lot of spiritual work with people who have been in a place where they're like, if I move out from my present situation, I won't be safe. So on one hand, they're thinking about how wonderful it will be, how much they need it, and they're pushing forward vibrations and energy of manifesting that move into their own space, their certain place that they would like to be. But that belief system that is so embedded in the aura that keeps pushing, I don't know if it's safe for me to do that. What will happen once I do it? What if I fail once I get there? What is this? What is that? That belief system that is embedded in the aura is actually hindering or pausing the vibrations that people put forward. And it's not just about living, where to live. For some people, it's about, if I do get married, I want to get married, I want to have this relationship, I'd like to have this committed relationship, and I'd like it to be with this kind of person. And then that it isn't safe to create what I want vibration when it comes to relationships plays out in the aura as, oh, what if it fails again? What if I get hurt all over again once I get there? So whether it's work, whether it's where you live, whether it's the type of relationship you want, it isn't safe to create what I want vibration is so huge, because no matter how much the person is thinking about how great it's going to be to get there, and even for those who can see themselves getting there and know that they will, there's always that vibration in the back of the mind and in the aura. Once I get there, it could fall apart, I could lose it, I could fail. That creates a contradictive vibrational frequency that what it is that you want, it actually might not be safe to create it and to get there because of the fall, because of the disappointment. So one part of you is moving forward and one part of you is staying behind. And why that is actually one of the hugest, or I would even venture out to say the hugest, let's call it spiritual disability in the aura, to hold on to that vibration, is because what you are putting forward, when you're storing that, it's pulling it back. So imagine every day you waking up and putting it forward, holding it out to the universe, sending it out to the universe, and then that vibration coming in and just pulling it right back. So if you have been trying to manifest, let's say, one certain portion of life or a certain situation in your life for years, it's actually only been one day if that vibration is the loudest vibration that is in your aura. And why do I say it's only one day? Because every day you're starting all over again. Every day that you're putting it out there, every day that you're putting it forward with one hand, the other hand is pulling it back from the universe. So if you've been doing this and it feels like forever, but your aura is holding on to that frequency of it isn't safe to create what I want. It doesn't matter the length of time that you've been exercising the manifesting. It only is the equivalent of a day because that vibration keeps pulling it back, keeps pulling it back. And that's why it's very important to discover what vibrations are stored in the aura that are actually contradicting what it is that you're putting out there into the universe to manifest. And I wanted to go through some more of these, touch back on them that are absolutely huge. When we start storing, I don't deserve to have my dreams come true, again, we are putting out to the universe the dream with one hand, and with the other hand, we're pulling it back. And let's talk about, I don't deserve to have my dreams come true. Let's talk about that. Where does that come from? That is a huge heart chakra disorder. That is where it's an imbalance and it's enormous. That is where we have not forgiven ourselves, holding ourselves accountable, sometimes for things that we actually have been accountable for, and a lot of times, and most times, for something that we have had absolutely no control over in life and that we are not accountable for at all. And so when we're doing that, let's start with the one about this is something that I am accountable for or was accountable for. Sometimes that vibration, well, every time, it does have an expiration date. You were accountable for something, you've made a mistake, you've hurt someone, or you've hurt yourself, you've hurt loved ones, you've learned from that mistake, you are sorry. You've gone through it. It's time to forgive yourself. When you are not forgiving yourself, you're holding yourself hostage. So you're holding yourself prisoner. So it's very hard for a hostage or a prisoner to get out there and to make stuff happen. So even if it is that you are putting out there all the time what it is that you desire and what it is that you want, but you're holding on to the frequency in your aura that you do not deserve it, it's going to stop you every single time. It's going to pull back what it is that you've put forward. It's going to take back what it is that you have been trying to manifest. And when we talk about holding ourselves accountable for situations that we've had no control over, things that we totally could not change or that were completely just out of our grips, you would be surprised how many people, how many of us are holding on to a situation that we could not change, that even if we wanted to make that difference, even if we wanted to change it, and so many of us did, whatever it may be, by holding ourselves accountable for something that we were accountable for but is in the past and has expired, or holding ourselves accountable for for something that we've had absolutely no control over, it still comes down to one thing, not forgiving ourselves. So in that not forgiving ourselves, that's where I don't deserve my dreams to come true, stops us from manifesting. And there is something wrong with me. That's a huge one. This can be told to us as a child, what is wrong with you? This could be something that maybe nobody has said to you in adult life, but has treated you in a way that something has got to be wrong with me for me to keep being treated like that in more than one relationship or at more than one job. So when that is stored in the aura, that is a huge one too. That creates, there is something wrong with me, and I'm not going to be able to have what it is that I desire, and if I should have it, I won't be able to hold on to it. Those are just a few. Those are just a few that are really huge. So the ones that we've touched on, once they become stored in the aura, or any vibration that we talked about, any belief system that is stopping the flow and restricting the flow of energy in the aura to send out the vibration to the universe, must be identified. If you find yourself in a pattern of continually putting forward your absolute best efforts and not gaining, not moving forward, on pause, stagnant, there is a reason for that. And your aura, your vibrational frequency is holding on to something despite what you're putting forward, and you must identify it and release it. And once you do that, you are going to reach what it is that you desire, and you're going to see your manifesting abilities. You're going to see the power of your thought and desire and the effect that it has coming back to you with peace, with love, with happiness, with the relationship that you desire. And you're going to feel, oh my goodness, this is what it's like to live instead of exist. For those of you who are on pause and not able to manifest the desires of your heart, it's just a feeling of existing. It's not living. But once you tap into that pause, what has created the pause, and you hit that play button through identifying the portion that is blocking you and stopping you, whether it is your belief systems, whether it is fear, which is one and the same, whether it is your past, whether it is unforgiving yourself, it's very important to identify what it is and where it's coming from. And we're going to touch more on this as soon as we come back from this short break.
Curious about the meaning of life? Do you want to deepen your spiritual practice? The School for Esoteric Studies offers online training to spiritual seekers from all paths of life and individual coaching. Our courses synthesize Eastern and Western spiritual traditions based on meditation, study, and service applied to everyday life. The school also organizes group meditations each year to benefit humanity. Whether you're just beginning to reflect on the spiritual side of your life or are a more experienced spiritual seeker, the school warmly welcomes you to join our group. To learn more about our courses and services, please visit esotericstudies.net. That's esotericstudies.net.
Brand brand consultant Jen Morgan is here with Radically Distinct Radio to help you take control of your future and maximize your brand's power to produce results. Whether you're an individual trying to reinvent yourself and launch a new venture, or you're an executive trying to reposition your company to modernize your sales and marketing programs, Jen Morgan and the RAD method empower you to play to your strengths and show up in the world as your most powerful brand. To learn more, go to jenmorgan.com. That's Jen with 2 N's, Morgan.com, or call 206-972-5366.
Have you wanted to make more money without working harder or more? Maybe you've tried new ways to bring in extra income without success. Hi, my name is Deb Acker, and in addition to being the host of Truth Talk Radio, I'm an intuitive life coach and energy healer. I clear energy blocks to all areas of life, including abundance. Did you know many times we have an invisible income ceiling? So no matter what we do, our income never goes up, or if our income does go up, we experience an unexpected expense that negates this. How much would it be worth to significantly increase your income or even have unexpected income show up? When I was in the corporate world, I used these techniques to increase my income by tens of thousands of dollars without changing my work routine. In fact, I worked even less, and I now help clients do the same. If this resonates for you and you're truly ready for abundance in your life, I'd love to gift you with my pattern identification session. Simply contact me on the contact page of my website, DeborahAcker.com. That's DeborahAcker.com. And let me know you heard about this gift through Transformation Talk Radio. I look forward to connecting soon.
Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show, Talk Radio to Thrive By. I am so thrilled to be talking to all of you. We have got talk radio for all of us. Are you ready and willing and able to accept all of the abundance you can muster up in your life? Yeah! Check us out at drpatshow.com, transformationtalkradio.com, transformationradio.fm. Oh my goodness.
And we are back. So for those of you who have been listening, if you'd like to call in after the show, please feel free to do so at 312-898-2285. That's 312-898-2285, or log on to our site, spirituald.com. For everyone who calls in, I'm going to be doing a complimentary meditative diagnostic session, service of your choice, to locate and identify what it is that your aura is holding on to that may be stopping you from manifesting your dreams. And before we went to break, we were discussing how certain belief systems could stop you from manifesting your dreams. And often these beliefs come from things that you've learned as a small child. So sometimes they're defense mechanisms that you've created to help you survive in the world. Sometimes they exist because it's safer, even if only subconsciously. For your world to stay the same than to experience the change that you want to create. Sometimes we actually feel safer to stay in the same position than to go through changes, even the changes that we desire. So the very thing that we desire can actually be what it is that we're keeping out. So when I am working with someone to locate the block in their aura that is stopping them from manifesting, the first thing that we do is locate and find your beliefs. We go back through the experiences of the aura and we see if there are any beliefs that are lodged in the aura. We see if there are any beliefs, pains, traumas, and experiences that are actually sitting there, resting there, and preventing you from sending out to the universe what it is that you want. And so once we locate which belief systems are yours that could be stopping you, and you resonate with that, and you feel yourself desiring to release the ones that we touch on, that is the first step. Just locating and realizing and acknowledging the desire to release them. And then we start creating the meditation that is needed individually for you to start that process of release. So if some of the things that we've talked about are matching your reality, or if you simply have a gut feeling that these are yours, then you really do need to release them. And you're going to find that release is really not that difficult once it is that you really know what it is that you are releasing. Some people just say, I want to release negative energy. That's very broad. We have to find out which specific negative energy, the genesis of the energy that is implanted in the aura, implanted in that field, that is stopping you from sending out your vibrations. And who should check for these beliefs? Everyone. Everyone should check their belief system, touch within themselves, and ask themselves, what do I believe about myself? What do I believe of my present? What do I believe that I am capable of in my future? And you may find that the things that you believe are so limiting about yourself. So if it is that you are in a place that you are ready to release this, the time is now. Through the meditative work, we can assist you to eliminate your self-limiting beliefs. Not just through the meditative work that I do. I cannot stress that enough. There are many people out there who do spiritual work. And whether it is myself or whether it is someone else that you are drawn to, find the right worker and practitioner for you. If you feel that you are at a place that you have been holding on to self-limiting beliefs that are stopping you from moving forward and manifesting, it is definitely your time to release those self-limiting beliefs, those self-limiting vibrational frequencies, whether they are from your childhood, whether they are from adult life, whether they just began yesterday. Touch them, locate them, and release them. And you will see, once you touch on them, that you are absolutely positive that these are the ones. Once you touch on the truth of what it is that's been blocking you, you don't even have to question if it's true. You feel it within every portion of yourself saying, it is time for me to get rid of this. And for those of you who would like assistance in locating where you're holding these beliefs and what it is that is stopping you from reaching your goal, again, call after the show, 312-898-2285, 312-898-2285, or log on to the site, spirituald.com. And with the few minutes that we have left, I would like to touch on the fact that the law of attraction is not just something that was written about in a book. The law of attraction is something that takes place the moment we take our first breath. So when we are born, when we are taking our very first breath in life, there is a vibrational frequency that we are carrying. That vibrational frequency has been received from our parents. It has been received from the time that we were conceived. And sometimes the energetic, let's call it the energetic blocks that are actually blocking us are not all ours. Sometimes they are even blocks of energy that we have received through our spiritual DNA. This is what our mothers and fathers were going through during the time that we were conceived. So whether your vibrational frequency goes all the way back to the time that you were conceived, back to your childhood, adult life, whatever it is that you are carrying and vibrating to, it's very important to know what it is. And again, for those of you who would like to take advantage of this complimentary offer, 312-898-2285, 888-858-2285 or log on to spirituald.com. It has been an absolute pleasure talking with everyone about what it is that's stopping us sometimes from manifesting the very things that we desire. And I would like to remind each and every one of you the power and the ability to heal and to reach, to manifest, to grow, to evolve is within each and every one of you. Each and every one of you hold the key to open any locked doors within yourself. Sometimes it's just a matter of needing that catalyst to reach that point within yourself and access your healing abilities. Namaste.
You've been listening to Spiritual Diagnostics Radio, Psychic Answers and Spiritual Solutions with Carol Dorian and Justice Welling, diagnosing the spiritual cause of unwanted life patterns. For more information on your favorite healers, visit spirituald.com and tune in every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific on Transformation Talk Radio to receive your weekly dose of enlightenment.